A festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. So a moment now to see the story for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's been playing a larger role in their offense over the past 5 games. And we see that in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
And the Milwaukee starting 5. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Prince in at the 3. And for Detroit, Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. And it's Duren in at the 5, roaming the paint. And today will be the first game of 2 in a row between these two teams.
Yeah, these little mini-series are interesting. In the first game, it's all about setting the tone, and both of these teams want to establish momentum early.
So the Pistons will get the first possession. Now here's Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on Lillard. Pass to Ivy. This one for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Here's Lillard. Lopez, the screen on Ivy. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Ivy passes to Duren. Shoots over Lopez. Duren, no good. Jackson against Thompson. Lillard passes to Jackson. Back to Lillard. Takes the 3. Rebound Detroit. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Honestly, they were just outclassed in that one. We thought it would be a tough night for them, and it was.
Well, it's never fun when you're expected to lose a game. You just got to put it behind you, not carry it into the next one.
Capable of playing both the 3 and 4 spots, Harris's versatility is his greatest strength.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 35 points for him last game against New Orleans. And that one's good.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Now Harris. 15 in his last outing. And Harris throws it down.
Oh, bring in the thunder. Harris with the aggressive move all the way to the rim.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Harris misses.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
And the Pistons making a change here. Beasley's checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. We briefly discussed what he wanted his team to do against Damian Lillard, and he said to not let him get going from deep. Once his 3 ball is falling, everything else becomes easier for him, so we have to talk out there on the perimeter. So expect to see a lot of defensive activity near the 3-point line tonight. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Yep, that one goes. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
No one eats up more ground on the drive than Giannis. Gets to where he wants to be in 1 or 2 steps.
Cunningham outside. Duren with a screen on Lillard. Here's Cunningham. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard passes to Prince. Yes! Great play by Lillard to set it up. And this game is tied up now. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. For the Pistons, Stewart, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Hardaway comes in for Ivy. And it's Schroeder in for Cade Cunningham. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Schroeder passes to Stewart. Beasley with it. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Team second.
Here's Duren. Boy, he just disappeared against New York. They needed him. Stewart, the pass to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Outside Schroeder. Over Lillard. Schroeder can't get it to go.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
They get it again. Antetokounmpo.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Schroeder passes to Beasley. For 3, Hardaway. Stewart outside. 3-pointer. And he buries his first look.
Well, give Stewart room at the arc at your own risk. He'll stretch the floor whenever he can.
Pass to Lopez. Antetokounmpo inside. He's against Stewart.
He sneaks in off the baseline, then elevates for a sick reverse jam.
Man, that was so pretty. Athletic basketball with a little showmanship mixed in. Detroit shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good, Schroeder. Thompson, he's checked in for Duren. And both free throws good for Schroeder. There's 25 seconds left in the first. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 1. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And they came away with the win last time in large part due to their depth. Great game from their bench.
Out to Schroeder for 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Milwaukee out in front. They're up by 2. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
They've got Tim Hardaway, Asar Thompson out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Beasley in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Thompson after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Beasley outside, and stolen by Jackson. To the inside. The Bucks rebound. Lillard passes to Portis. Now Antetokounmpo. Second shot opportunity, and the Bucks getting another bucket right there. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, VA. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Kyle Kuzma, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Green comes in for Prince. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Porter Jr. in for Lillard. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Schroeder, the rebound by the Bucks.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Pass to Portis. Back to Porter. Around the back and lays it in. Nice. Porter's gotten his first bucket of the night.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Porter against Schroeder. Hardaway on the wing. Three-pointer. And Schroeder with the three. Schroeder's got 5 points.
And Hardaway isn't known for his passing, but he'll find you when you're open.
Trent right side. Back to Porter. Thompson with a steal. In transition. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers, experienced with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
The burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Tobias Harris checked in for the Pistons. Cunningham comes in for Hardaway on the wing. Green. It's tipped.
Well, his block numbers might not always show it, but Stewart is a strong defender who alters a lot of shots.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now here's Porter. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Kuzma finds Porter. Back to Kuzma. Shot clock at 5. Kuzma with a screen on Schroeder. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Yeah, crafty play by Porter. Tripping up the defense and opening things up for another guy.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
Yeah, it was relentless play at both ends of the court in that game. They were able to seize control and maintain it.
Well, those are the kinds of performances you hope carry over into some momentum for this.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Bucks going with a whole new group out there. With a short break, we look at some of the stingiest defenses in the NBA. The Bucks, number 1.
Well, you look at how they dominated at the defensive end. They're good on the ball, they're good in help, and they get back in transition.
Cunningham against Lillard. It's Prince on the wing. Misses the three. And so it's Harris with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Trailing by 2. And here is Thompson. 11 points for him last game against New York. And they double up Harris. Pass to Duren. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Isaiah Stewart.
Unfortunately, we've seen his ability as a rebounder take a back seat these past few seasons. And I'd like to see him refocus on that element of his game. You can never have enough rebounds, in my opinion.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 14. And oh, he slams it right over Tobias Harris.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis getting flashy on the finish. I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Oh, down low, the Greek freak.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Yeah, a graceful touch from Cunningham. making that floater look effortless.
Lopez, the screen on Cunningham. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lillard passes to Lopez. Antetokounmpo, left side. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Thompson.
So many times, Giannis forces his man into a foul. As a defender, you can't give him anything easy. That leads to a lot of contact.
And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Duren. Ivy outside. Thompson outside. And there's another one for the Pistons. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Milwaukee. He's been productive scoring the ball. He's got 20 points so far. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Please, direct your attention now to center court.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
When I look at Milwaukee, last week of the season, they want the playoffs to start, but they still got to take care of business.
Interesting time. You want to avoid injuries, but also not lose your momentum.
Shifting focus, how about this tight game the Detroit Pistons find themselves in?
One thing that's helped tonight, their three-point shooting. Those triples add up fast, don't they, Kenny?
That's why I shoot them. If they have fours, I take them too. But here's one thing. You have to have floor balance, and you have to really create clean looks, though.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Milwaukee in the lead. And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Cunningham. For the tie. Oh, what a move by Cunningham inside.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Antetokounmpo with it, picked up by Cunningham. Antetokounmpo can't connect. Detroit has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
That is what they want from Duren. Spike it, young fella.
The Bucks trail. Lillard with the ball. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24 and a half a game. Harris against Antetokounmpo. Giannis going downhill. It goes. He's 10 for 13. So much confidence.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Cunningham looking it over. Duren with a screen on Lillard. The open shot, Cunningham. And again, it's Detroit.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Harris. Cunningham against Lillard. Duran with a screen on Lillard. Here's Cunningham. Ivy against Jackson. For three, here's Harris. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard, and guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions. Those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
Antetokounmpo with the block.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And some changes here for Detroit. Hardaway's checked in for Thompson. Beasley comes in for Ivy. And it's Schroeder in for Cunningham. Now here's Porter. Portis with a screen on Schroeder. Porter with it, now guarded by Duran. Kuzma, the pass to Porter. Outside, Green. Pulls it from the corner. It's good. Green's got his first 2 points of the night. Minute 32 left in the third quarter. And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And the three-pointer goes. Harris has got 7 points in the game.
Always ready to fire. Give Harris a good pass. Tobias will get you an assist.
Outside, Green. Back to Porter. Kuzma with a screen on Schroeder. Here's Porter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Porter's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, nice decision making. Porter Jr. can drive or pass off the pick.
Kicks it out to Hardaway. Beasley outside. Duran with a screen on Trent. Beasley, pass to Duran. It's stolen by Trent. Here we go, one-on-one. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Entering the league, Porter Jr. was a scoring guard type, but he's morphed into more of a ball handler. Very impressive.
Harris finds Hardaway. Back to Harris. Out to Schroeder. Pass to Harris. Launches it. And the Pistons, another three.
Yeah, the corner is a great spot for Harris. He works to get open over there.
Portis a screen. Here's Kuzma. And he makes it. Kuzma's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
For three, Hardaway. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Tim Hardaway is out there with Holland. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Schroeder in at the point. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Yeah, Hardaway's such a good shooter, but he can pass it too.
So it's Milwaukee now. following the score by Detroit. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Reed's checked in for Detroit. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. Coach delivered some inspiration for his team. He said, quote, "We're close. We are inches away from it. Do you feel it? I feel it. This is ours if we want it." Back to you, Ryan.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. The rebound by Stewart. Detroit has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Hardaway, the pass to Schroeder. Antetokounmpo with the block. And the Bucks pushing it up now. And he's going for the lob. Lillard with the ball. Beasley covers. Lillard looking around. Three-pointer off the mark.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Pass to Stewart. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. That's on Brook Lopez.
Good to see Stewart playing with aggression. This is how he attracts contact.
That one's no good. And he nails the third.
He couldn't sink them all, but did just enough to make this a 2-possession ball game.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. And Giannis with the dunk.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got zero quitting them.
Now here's Schroeder. Stewart, screen on Prince. For 3, Hardaway. The rebound by the Bucks.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Fontecchio's checked in for Detroit. Cade Cunningham comes in for Schroeder. Now here's Cunningham. Stewart outside, fires the 3. The rebound by Jackson. The drive by Lillard. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek freak is on fire.
Got a piece of it. Lillard comes with a double. Fontecchio inside. Covered by Lopez. Kicks it out to Cunningham, who is stolen by Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He takes it in. Oh, Lillard, the one flying high.
The defense gets cut to shreds by Lillard on the drive. He's just so quick and agile.
A big group substitution here for Detroit. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Fontecchio. Thompson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Jaden Ivey subbed in for Beasley. Lillard against Cunningham. Floats one up. Oh, Cade with the float game.
Big time points from Cunningham. Good to see him stepping up in these moments.
Lopez, the screen on Cunningham. It's Lillard with the drive. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And both free throws good for Lillard.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line. And clearly not affected by the moment.
Cunningham up top, defended by Lillard. Cade takes the hit and delivers.
Not afraid of taking big shots. Cunningham rises to the occasion and delivers.
Lopez, the screen. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
The resume Giannis has built already is impressive, and he's nowhere close to being done adding to it.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Pistons trail by 3. On the wing, Thompson. Inside, here's Harris. Pass to Duran. And he was camped in the lane there and gets a 3-second call.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Milwaukee leading by 3. Antetokounmpo surveys. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got 5 rebounds in the game. Cunningham against Prince. And it's Cunningham missing.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The 3 from Prince. Drills it from deep. And the Bucks lead by 6.
And that's just Giannis making the right play, feeding the open man.
Now here's Ivy. Pass to Cunningham.
Third personal foul.
Good on the first. And that brings him within 5.
At the line for Detroit.
Hits both from the stripe. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Lillard double teamed. And so they foul intentionally. And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that puts him up 5. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. "29 seconds left in the fourth. Oh, he nails it! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Both free throws good from Cunningham. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
Absolutely need a 3 here.
And they go to the intentional foul. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
And when you talk about Ivy, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
Here's Lillard, and an intentional foul there stops the clock.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Thompson outside. Back to Cunningham. Puts up a 3. It falls! And that one brings them within 1. And so it's Milwaukee who scraped by with the win. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Dame, you routinely make shots that most players would not even attempt. What enables you to have that kind of confidence?
Sometimes in the summer, I work on the craziest things. You know, you never know what type of situation you're going to be in. You got to be prepared for it, you know, so I've worked on my fair share of crazy shots, crazy passes, and, you know, you don't make a high percentage of them, but I made one tonight.
Practice makes perfect. Thanks so much, Dame.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.